Hi, we are going to talk once again about new features of PAX. They seem to be coming out quite frequently. Today is about notes and hideshow mode for comments and documentation strings. So suppose we are reading PAX's own documentation, this section, and we want to change something about this line maybe, or see how it's implemented. So we click on this button that takes us to the sources, and we see that the sought after line is not quite here. This is because this markdown reference link wannabe includes the docstring of a note that is called plain format. We can just press meta dot on it and be taken to where it is defined. And we can see that, strangely, this is a definition, a globally named definition of a note within a function. This allows it to be referenced by and included. The good thing about this is that this is very close to the coded documents. It's trivial to find the correspondences between document link code nil and linking is turned off, stuff like that. So when I change the code, I can immediately see that the documentation is out of date. So it's easy to keep it in sync, and PAX is basically about this kind of idea. Let's keep the code and its documentation close by so that they can be changed easily at the same time, and the documentation exerts hopefully nice force to drive the design into a general state of cleanliness. But sometimes it just gets plain annoying to see so much text in the code, makes it really sparse, harder to take it all in. So I just implemented folding for this based on Emacs hideshow mode, which just leaves one line for a long documentation string. We can do the same to the comment above, and notice that here there was a def section form. You might not have noticed how long it was. I turn it all back. That got all folded as well. So def section forms define glossary term forms, long strings, and comments can be folded and unfolded at will. So that's the new feature along with note. And I want to emphasize at this point that this is a particular style. Well, when the documentation is the def sections and the narrative lives within the code, I realized that this is not for everyone's taste. This is an approximation of literate programming in an interactive environment. But there is nothing in PAX that would force you to follow this style. So it's perfectly reasonable to put all the documentation, all the narrative with the def sections in separate files. In fact, this is something that other people tend to do.